Dwayne Douglas Johnson is an American wrestler, singer, and actor. Douglas Johnson was born on May 2, 1972, in Hayward, California, to a family of professional wrestlers. His father, Solomon Rocky Johnson, of Black Scots descent, was a world champion in tag team wrestling. His mother, Ada Maivia, a Polynesian from Samoa, was her husband's promoter, and his grandmother, Leah Maivia, was the head of the Polynesian Women's Wrestling League from 1982 to 1988. In 1974, Johnson's family moved to New Zealand, then to Hawaii, and only when he was 16 did they settle in Pennsylvania, in the city of Bethlehem. Due to frequent moves, Dwayne had to change 14 schools. It is hard to imagine, but in many schools, the future wrestling champion was subjected to ridicule and bullying, like any newcomer. He never started a fight, but he had to fight. At some point, the Johnson family had to go through hard times. The wrestler remembers well how in 1987, his parents did not have enough money to pay the rent for an apartment in Honolulu, and they were literally evicted onto the street. Johnson's father took on any job to support the family and was rarely at home. In the end, when Dwayne was 14 years old, his parents divorced. Every cent had to be counted. Due to the harsh circumstances of life, the teenager became increasingly embittered, often quarreled with his mother, and school fights led to police showdowns. At one time, he was a member of the Waikiki criminal gang, robbing stores and jewelry stores, but he stopped in time and chose the path of professional sports. He firmly decided that in the future, he would earn enough money to never experience need again. From early childhood, Johnson's father took his son with him to competitions and training. When the family settled in Pennsylvania, the younger Johnson took up American football in school and soon became a celebrity in the state. In addition to football, he became seriously interested in wrestling and track and field. Several universities offered him tuition and scholarships, wanting to get their hands on the promising athlete. He chose the University of Miami. As a member of the Miami Hurricanes, he played in 39 games but was never a starter. Together with the team, Johnson won the NCAA College Championship in 1991. After graduating from college with a degree in criminology and psychology in 1995, Johnson signed a 3-year contract with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League. However, after playing one season, he was forced to retire from football due to a serious back injury. With no prospects and $7 in his pocket, the athlete found himself at a crossroads. Then he seized the only opportunity to stay afloat, to take up wrestling. He contacted his father and asked him to raise his connections in the sports world. And the $7 were so etched in the athlete's memory that he later named his production company $7 Production. The father of the future star was reluctant to help his son. After 40 years in wrestling, he was convinced that this sport could not earn much. During his entire sports life, he only managed to buy a small apartment in Tampa, where his son came to build a career in the ring. Having received his first solid fees, Johnson bought a house for his mother, provided his father with a good amount of money, and then fulfilled his childhood dream. He bought the famous Rolex watch. With a height of 196 centimeters and a weight of 118 kilograms, the volume of the biceps of The Rock at the peak of his form reached 53 centimeters. The athlete was able to press a barbell weighing 105 kilograms 33 times. He developed 4 signature finishing moves and 7 signature blows. Johnson won several world championships in wrestling and 2 intercontinental competitions. In addition to personal achievements, he can also boast excellent teamwork skills, as his teams won the WWF Tag Team Championship 5 times. His most memorable team was cooperation with Mick Foley, which brought many victories and the love of fans. Until 2004, Johnson's main occupation was wrestling, and later he appeared less and less often at competitions. And on August 3, 2019, The Rock officially announced the end of his sports career. The idea of acting in films did not come out of the blue. The athlete had been thinking about it since his youth. Moreover, he had experience. In 1999, he played his own father in the youth series, That 70s Show, and vivid examples were before his eyes. Mickey Rourke, for example, or Johnson's constant rival in the ring, Hulk Hogan. In 2000, after the release of the autobiographical book, The Rock Says, which took first place on the New York Times bestseller list, Johnson was offered a small role in the film The Mummy Returns. From that time on, his more successful career in film began than in sports. For his role as the fictional Scorpion King Matthias, Johnson received a solid fee, critical acclaim, and new invitations to film. In the following years, he played a large number of roles in action films, including Faster Than a Bullet, 2010, and The Snitch, 2012. But Johnson gained worldwide fame for his participation in the fifth installment of the crime action film Fast and Furious, 2011. Screenwriter Chris Morgan specifically rewrote the role of Agent Luke Hobbs for Johnson so that viewers could enjoy the view of his and the lead actor Vin Diesel's pumped-up muscles. In addition to playing the role of a noble action hero, Dwayne Johnson has proven himself to be an outstanding comedic actor, starring in the films The Game Plan, 2007, The Tooth Fairy, 2010, and Blood and Sweat, Anabolics, 2013. In 2012, the actor's filmography was expanded with a 2-hour documentary film by director Kevin Dunn, The Epic Adventure of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. In 2014, viewers saw Johnson in the lead role in the adventure action film Hercules by the master of this genre, Brett Ratner. In 2015, at the premiere of Brad Peyton's disaster film San Andreas, Johnson, who played the lead role of a helicopter pilot, took so many selfies with fans that he again got into the Guinness Book of Records. He arrived at the film's premiere, which took place at the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood, in a fire truck. In the spring of 2015, Furious 7 was released. Then Johnson was invited to star in the sequel to the popular sci-fi film Jumanji. In 2016, 4 projects with the actor's participation appeared on screen. One of them is the comedy Central Intelligence. In this film, the story of Johnson's character, Agent Bob Stone, resembles the story of the wrestler's own coming of age. The role of his unathletic friend is played by Kevin Hart. Another project, the musical Moana, is notable for the fact that the former wrestler sings in falsetto, like Polynesian men do. Starting in 2017, when Fast and Furious 8 was released, Agent Luke Hobbs began to increasingly come to the forefront. In August 2019, the spin-off about this hero, Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw, was released, in which, in addition to Johnson, British actor Jason Statham appeared. In the summer of 2017, the actor appeared on screens in the lead role of the film version of the popular American series Baywatch. His partners in the film were Zac Efron, Alexandra Daddario, Priyanka Chopra, and Kelly Rohrbach. In April 2018, the science fiction disaster film Rampage, an adaptation of the popular 80s video game Rampage, about animal experiments, was released, in which the actor played a primatologist. In July of the same year, viewers could see him in the action movie Skyscraper. At the end of 2018, Forbes published information that Johnson had become the highest-paid actor in the world. Johnson's superstar looks have earned him quite a few female fans, but he has not been involved in any love scandals or cheating. He is known to have only 2 women in his personal life. He met his first wife, Cuban Danny Garcia, during his university years in Miami. 7 years later, in 1997, they got married. And in 2001, the couple had a daughter, Simone Alexandra. But in June 2007, Danny and Dwayne made an official statement about their divorce. Simone stayed with her mother. Johnson pays $22,000 a month for his daughter's daily expenses, not counting the $5,000 he allocated for her education. Despite the separation, the couple maintains friendly relations, and his ex-wife periodically acts as a producer for Johnson's projects. Soon after the divorce, the actor began appearing at social events with Armenian singer Lauren Hashin. In 2015, they had a daughter, Jasmine, and in 2018, Tiana. In August 2019, they got married in Hawaii. Dwayne Johnson values his family very much and regularly posts joint photos on Instagram. Do you think wrestling played an important role in his film career?